Hi everyone, it's Russell here from The Presenter, coming at you today with a sales tip. And I have to put my hands up and say I am not a sales professional.
Always be closing. Always be closing.
But I do know a thing or two about what it takes to create a really meaningful and engaging sales presentation. So that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to use Prezi AR to explain this sales funnel here that of course all salespeople will be familiar with. How do we take prospects and turn them into customers? But there's a really glaringly obvious, or at least to me, a glaringly obvious big black hole in this process. So I'm hoping that this will help you address some of that. And I should also say that this presentation wasn't put together by me. This was built by the guys over at Prezi, so I can't take any of the credit for these visuals at all. But let's get into things very quickly. Let's look at the items that we spend a lot of our marketing budget on. So things like websites and SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, whatever it may be, whatever your business uses. It all works, it all has its place. Even email campaigns are a really powerful way of getting the attention of prospects. Now, all of this is great, but for most businesses, there's one objective that all of this has in common, and that's to get you, the sales professional, in front of the prospect so that you can convert them into a customer. Now, the final part of this, though, is of course the presentation. And this is where we have a huge gap. We spend thousands and thousands on websites, ads, and email campaigns, and they all look great and they all grab attention. But then when we're in front of someone on that last 30% of the sales journey, we end up presenting in a really disengaging way, and normally with something that looks like what I've got on the screen right now. A series of bullet points and information that prospect already knows about. So this is a really massive engagement gap that everybody needs to address. Even I, when I go out and present to new prospects of ours, I'm fully aware that I have to have a really amazing presentation if I'm going to win that business. And of course for me it's even more important because I run a presentation design agency. What you need to do is realize that this chunk down here, this final 30 or so percent, is probably the key area where you turn a prospect into a customer. So please give it the same amount of attention, the same amount of budget, and the same amount of love and care as everything else that you're putting your effort and your budgets into. I hope that's been useful. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to know anything else about Prezi AR that I'm using here today, or if there's any other sales presentation tips you'd like to hear from me and my team. Time to go and grab some coffee.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.